Good morning, Team Impact. Let's fire that light up. See if we can get started on lesson 7, surface area of nets. We talked about that in class yesterday. Just real brief, we do have a quiz tomorrow um, over lessons 5 and 6, just finding the area. So let's get started today. Okay, good lesson. Surface area is the total covering on the faces of a three-dimensional object. It is measured in square units. Okay. So when would we want to find surface area? We want to paint something, right? When we want to wrap it with wrapping paper. So let's just write that, painting. So you know how much paint to buy, right? Wrapping paper. How much, you should buy. Okay. Okay. All right. Number one. Decompose the net into shapes that and complete the table to determine the total surface area of the rectangular prism. Label each face of the net with the area to visualize it. Okay. So, when I look at this, okay, this is a rectangular prism. Okay. So I kind of label it like this, top and bottom. Right? And this is actually the right and the left when it folds over. This is the front and the back. Okay. So when I do this, all right, shape one would be the front and the back. Okay. So I do it like this. I do it a little bit different. Our formula is areas base times height. We're going to plug in our values, right? So it's clearly 8, and I need this piece right here. Well, if I look over there, there it is. So it's 8 times 3. And you know what? I'm going to double that. Okay. And when I double that, because there's a front and a back, that takes care of these two. And I like to X them off when I'm done. 24 times 2 is 48. And this looks like to be meters square. So that's going to be the first one, right? Okay. So the next one, all right, is still area is base times height. Now, let's take care of the top and the bottom. They are identical. So our numbers are 15 there. And I need this piece, which there it is, 8. So I'm going to transpose that up times 8. And there's 2 of them, 1, 2. And let's get rid of those 2. Okay, and I'm going to grab my calculator real quick. And, well, it looks like we're going to take 16 times 15, and we get an area of 240, right? 240 meters square. Now, we're going to take care of the right side and the left side. Okay, still area is base times height. I need this piece. All right, well, I've got to be careful here now. When this folds up, this and this is going to connect. So that is 3, right? And I need this piece, and there it is. It's 15, and there's 2 of them. 1, 2, and now I'm done, right? So let's see here, 45, 3 times 15 is 45, times 2 is 90 meters square. And to get our total surface area, I'm just going to grab my calculator, and I'm going to add these up real quick. And we're going to combine all of those, and we get a total surface area of 378 meters square. That's by adding these 3 up. Okay. All right, so this one's a little bit different. It says decompose the net into shapes and complete and determine the total surface area. It looks like to me we have a triangular prism. Okay, so let's take care of the triangle first. All right, so we know the formula is area is 1/2 the base times the height. 1/2 times the base of 3 times the height of 4, and there's 2 of them. Okay. Well, if you plug all that into your calculator, you're going to get 12, all right, centimeters square. So I'm going to get rid of these 2. Now, these 3 rectangles are different, okay, because this is a scalene triangle. Nothing is equal on it. So let's go ahead and take care of these 2, and I'm just going to go ahead and write these formulas in for repetition. And I'm going to start with this one right here. I need this piece right here. Well, when it folds up, it's going to meet that 3. So it's going to be 3. And then I need this piece right here. Well, I look up there, it's 7. 3 times 7 is 21 centimeters squared. All right, let's take care of our base. Well, clearly our length is 4. And our width, again, is 7. And that's 28 centimeters squared. And then get rid of that. And then this one's easy. It's 5 times 7, right? And that's 35 centimeters squared. And now I've X'd off everything. I'm going to grab my calculator and I'm going to combine all of my areas. Okay. And 12 plus 21 plus 28 plus 35. We're going to get 96 centimeters squared. Okay. So this is the safest way to do it. All right. Let's flip it over and take a look and see what we have on the back. All right. So on the back, it looks like we have another triangular prism. Okay. All right. So this one looks a little different. Let's kind of take a peek at this thing here. It looks like this triangle is an equilateral triangle. 8, 8, 8. The height of it is 7. So let's take care of our triangles first. That helps us. And I'll tell you why that's going to help us, because all of these rectangles are congruent. Area is 1/2 the base times the height. So it's 1/2 times 8 times 7 times 2. 8 times 7, and there's 2 of them. Let's get rid of them. And we end up with 56. And I'll label it at the end. Now, on our rectangles, area is base times height. So we have our base and our height. So 8 times 11.2 times how many? 1, 2, 3 times 3. So if we grab our calculator and plug it in, 88 times 3 is 264. Okay. And when we combine those two, let's see here, when we combine those two, we get the 56, and I'm going to end up with 324. Something is not right here. Okay, I don't think, because it's not jiving with the answer key. Let me go back through and see what's going on with this. I have base times height. All right, 8 times 7 is 56. These two cancel out. Let's look at the other one. 8 times 11.2 times 3. 268. There's my problem. 268. Something happened when I multiplied. 268 and 8/10. Now, let's combine that to the 56, and that's a lot better. 324 and 8/10. We're going to label that as meters squared. Okay. I don't know what happened. I think I just missed a button on my calculator there. All right. No problems, though. Caught it. We move on. Next up, it looks like we have a rectangular pyramid. A pyramid has one base, and in this case, it's going to have, all right, some triangles. So I'm going to take care of the base right now because that's the easiest one. Base times height. 6 times 10 is easy as 60, right? Okay. Now, when we look at this, it looks like this triangle and this triangle are congruent. So that means I'm going to find the area of one and double it. So that's going to be 1/2 times the base times the height. 1/2 times the base. The base is 10, see? The height is perpendicular times 8, and there's 2 of them. Now, some of you are finally starting to think here, well, doesn't this and this cancel out? Yes, so you can really just say 10 times 8 is 80. Okay, so we've taken care of this. this and this. Let's go here. It is still a triangle. And there are still two of them. 6 times 9. Oops, got my 1/2, sorry. It's 1/2 times 6 times 9, and there's two of them. And that's going to be 54. Now, if we were to combine all this, let's see here. 80 and 60 is 140. 140, I think that's 194. Yep, 194 inches, period, square. Okay. Surface area. All right, excellent. Excellent. Let's continue on here. All right. Janelle, find the surface area of the square pyramid. Describe Janelle's error. Okay. Well, let's take a look here. Base times height. Okay, so it's a square, so this is 12 and 12. So that checks off. The base is okay. So there must be a problem over here. Well, I can clearly see it. You see, she found 12 times 8, and half of that is 96. Half of that is 48. But what happened is they didn't multiply it by 4. So you have to take that and multiply it by 4. And when you do that, okay, you're going to get a different answer. So didn't multiply the triangles by 4. And that's the issue there. Okay. Now, in class, we're going to do some more reps, but if you're at home, the homework's on the next page, which I've already done it, so for an answer key. So pretty good lesson today. We're decomposing shapes. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you when I see you.